What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We are on episode 6, I believe. So we are rolling with it. I'm glad for some of you guys that are sticking in there, hanging out every episode.
Hell yeah. Bro, I can't believe our AI video got 72 views, bro.
I know, it's
That's
crazy.
That's the most we've ever
It's
had.
crazy. Talk about good captions.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it's good stuff. Thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for listening, guys, and welcome back to another OTR video. We got Chief and T here.
Yes, sir.
And of course, Goat, be hosting this one. So we just have a phrase, why is the younger generation so screwed? Why is that? And we're going to talk a little bit about it today. And we're not phrasing it as a question. A lot of our podcasts are more questions left for you guys. But in this, we truly believe that they just are.
Yeah.
And it's not of the question. It's they are, and we're going to talk about it. Why?
Exactly.
We are going to talk about
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna talk about it.
OTR,
And
only
so,
the realists.
only the realists. So, like in our last episode, we had some things that kind of fell into this perfectly. So we were like, what a perfect one to do after, right? It just, things followed up and looked nice to present itself here.
Exactly.
So, not why, but, the younger generation is screwed. And so here's what we think and why we think. Basically,
Let's start with the parents.
oh yeah, here we go.
Airplane
There you go.
parents.
Yeah.
Helicopter parents.
Gentle parenting.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I can throw a whole bunch of names out there. Let's
Yeah.
go.
But these parents are too soft on their kids. They don't discipline.
Oh, my goodness.
They don't do what the parents used to do.
Right.
Whoop your ass.
Yeah.
I think,
They don't do that.
I think it's
Yeah.
more of a, my parents did it to me, I don't want to do it to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
yeah.
want to be easier. I don't want them to have it the way I had it.
Yeah.
I want to give them everything. And that is the mindset of a lot of young parents nowadays, and it sucks. It's so bad.
And those kids grow up spoiled, fuck you, dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. Oh
We
man.
have some major issues in that house.
Yeah, let me tell
That's what
you,
I'm
if
saying.
I would have ever done that.
Well,
It'd have been a tough one there.
I wouldn't even been able to finish that sentence.
No.
As soon as I said fuck, it's over.
Yeah, this is it. That's over with.
But yeah, these parents are too soft, man.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And you got to think though, it's like the laws that kind of shine them down a little bit too, because now you can actually go to jail for whooping your kid, especially in public.
Yeah.
Or they'll call what's it called, CPS. People
Child
call
Protective
CPS on you.
Services.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, all it takes is for the kid. The kid themselves could go there and be like, "Yeah, they just whooped my ass." Blah 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 blah. Next thing you know, they take the parent to jail. Kid goes into child care.
Yep.
Even though it's discipline,
Yeah. Unless you get a cop that's like,
Yeah.
come here, kid.
Like really?
Yeah, come here, kid. Let me show you something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely, bro.
But I would agree. I think a lot of this has to come from the parents. And when we say why the younger generation is screwed, it's because, hard times create tough people.
right?
Or tough times create tough people. Soft times create soft people.
Yep.
And that's just
That's what
the way it is.
Yeah.
And soft people create hard times. So maybe we'll see a comeback in later generations down the road. But
Yeah.
for now, we're at a lot of generations,
Just
let's
gentle parenting.
just throw the bottom 3 in. We got your millennials, your Gen Z, and then whatever generation is after us. I don't know the
Right.
name for them. I think it's like Gen something.
Oh fucking
Gen
hell.
Not
Gen
Gen
Alpha.
No,
I think it is Gen
no,
Alpha.
I think Gen Alpha
Yep.
is before us.
No, Gen Alpha. So we got Millennial, Gen Z, Gen Alpha. And I don't know why they call them alphas, because they're screwed. So,
Yeah, I mean they're making it worse too. They're not helping
no.
because they become grandparents and then they swaddle the child. But that makes sense though.
That's a
They're the
grandparent
grandpa-
thing.
Yeah, they're grandparents.
So
but
exclude the grandparents. Now there are some grandparents that take it too far, but we're gonna exclude them for a second. We're gonna talk about the parents here.
Yeah.
So you got your Gen Xers, you got your boomers and your builders. So basically we got 6 generations that are alive today. Just about, maybe there's a couple stragglers
Yeah.
that are still alive from the
Way back
generation
when.
before builders, you know.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you got your builders, your boomers, your Gen Xers. So these are the the trio right here that's raised the other trio that is completely and utterly screwed.
Yeah.
So, you know, your boomers raised a lot of the millennials. That's where we see that age gap, right? And so the millennials have always been like, you know, they don't want to work, they don't want to do this, blah, 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 blah. Life, they want it easy.
Right.
You know, they kind of, and again, where technology plays a role in, when the millennials started, you got a lot of your technology kind of coming out and whatnot.
Yeah.
So like Gen Xers didn't grow up in a world with so much technology. They grew up with pagers.
Right.
You know, they didn't grow up with a
They
didn't grow up with a computer in their pocket. You know what I
Right.
mean? They had a little send. You
Yeah,
know what I
you know,
mean?
Pac-Man and shit.
Yeah, that was, and then the arcades. And, you know,
Yeah.
they didn't have a freaking 65-inch flat screen, $3,000
Plasma,
TV.
yeah.
with a $500 game console on it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna play some
That's-
games all night, and you know, blah
That's
blah
so
blah,
true,
whatever.
bro.
You know, but I think, you know, when it comes down to it, that's when technology started coming out. Then fast forward a couple years, now you got the Gen Z. They're young, they're growing up. Oh, technology's got more advanced.
Yep.
Now they got freaking the plasma TVs and
Yeah, iPhone.
and the iPhones, and they got all this. Okay,
Yeah.
and technology has gotten worse for them because a lot of the millennials, they grew up with like chocolates and different phones like that, flip phones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Crickets. Yeah.
Crickets, yeah, all that kind of stuff. And then now you got Gen Alpha. Technology has gotten even more progressive.
Here's an iPad for you. Here's an iPad for you.
It's like Oprah handing
Oh, here's a new
iPads,
phone for
you.
you.
know. Everybody gets one, you know.
Yeah, but I kind of like that analogy you said earlier. You know, tough men create tough time. What'd you say? You said
Tough times create tough men.
Yeah.
And then soft times create soft
Soft
men.
Right. So when you think about that, you know, kind of going back in the generations, right? The tough men built the world,
Builders.
and the world is built now.
Right.
So now we're in that era where everything's already built, so we don't really have to do much more.
Mm-hmm.
Except maintain it.
Well,
Exactly.
yeah, and we do a lot of maintaining, and then obviously there's still buildings that are coming up.
Yeah,
and
new things
construction's
being
going
built every
down,
day.
and they're
But-
progressing. But for the most part,
Yeah,
you know,
it's already there.
it was wooden shacks, and then the builders came in and was like, you know what?
Let's
like,
turn this into an 18-story.
right, like the Great Chicago Fire. You know,
Uh-huh.
they built this magnificent city out of wood, and next thing you know, the city burns down. And they're like, hey, wood is flammable.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? So then they decided we're going to rebuild it with metal. And the whole world, you know, kind of followed along with that and started progressing. And the builders, basically, like there's a great photo. I love this photo.
Mhm.
It's these guys eating their lunch on a steel beam sitting in New York City. And it's hanging 25 stories in the air.
Dang.
And there's like 10 guys sitting there just eating their lunch,
Swinging
hanging,
their legs.
swinging their legs and whatnot. And like for us, it's like, that is nuts. OSHA would be up there going nuts. You know what I mean? But back then, it was like, what is OSHA? You
Yeah.
know, we're putting in buildings. Who cares?
Exactly.
So, you know, like you said, you know, they built this world.
Yeah.
And now it's like, you know, it's not like, oh, we got to build this. It's more like, you know, we're going to take one down and we put it back up.
We might put it up.
You know.
But yeah, so like y'all said, you know, we only have to maintain it now. So now we're so lazy to where we're doing just enough to keep it there.
Yeah.
But we're not doing a whole lot to advance it.
Right.
And y'all probably know this being blue collars, but you'll notice that there's it's just a lot of older people working
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
and not a lot of young people. Y'all are probably the youngest ones.
Pretty much.
If not,
Yeah.
there's only a couple. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So, and it's sad because once all these older people die off, you know,
Who's
we're
left?
gonna be we're gonna be screwed. You
I've
know?
met so many people in the trades, so many people, and on one hand, I can tell you of 5 that I've met that are, you know, either 20, 19, 18, or 21. The rest are in their 30s and up.
Yeah.
And so, out of all those people, all the different job sites, I'm telling you right now, for one, back to last week's episode real quick, where you can get a job anywhere. Man, the trades are hurting. They are hurting right now. We
Real
need
bad.
people. We need people to come in there and get their blue collar on, get some work boots on, get up
Yeah.
early. You know?
Get some dirt on your boots, man.
Yeah.
About the
Nobody wants to do the
$200 ass
hard work.
Timberlands, you can't even come dig a hole. Ain't that
Yeah,
bitch?
yeah. Come get in the trenches. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Come get in the real trenches.
Yeah, come get in the real trenches.
Dig 'em out
and Have a
yourself.
day in that. It's fun.
Yeah, it really is, bro. But
It
see,
gets,
it ain't gonna be fun for them because they don't like getting their hands dirty.
No.
Right, and that's like the episode a couple weeks ago. I can't remember which one exactly that was, but we were talking about that.
Yeah,
That they're scared. They're scared to get their hands dirty. They're
Yeah.
scared to do hard work because they were only taught to do easy stuff.
Yeah.
They were never pushed on a bike. Go ride your bike. You know what I mean? This is what you're gonna do. If you fall, you're gonna get up and keep going.
exactly.
Nowadays, you don't have to. You don't have to learn how to put roller skates on and go down the road. You don't have
that's
to.
true.
It's just.
Shit, my mom used to put me outside and lock the door behind me.
Yeah. When you're done, hose off with the water
Yeah.
hose.
If
Right.
you
I don't want to
thirsty,
smell it.
yeah, and if you're thirsty, drink out the water
Yeah,
hose.
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. You think we got fresh water for you in here?
Hell
No.
no. They better be letting my good air out coming in and out this
Yeah,
house.
what's wrong with you? You better
Yeah.
stay outside and stay all day. I don't want to deal with you.
Yeah,
And that's a good thing. I think that's great.
yeah. I mean,
Kids
look where
need
we
to
are
grow
now,
up.
man.
Yeah.
I think
We
you
got
need
great
to learn.
careers.
I think you need to fall
Absolutely.
and then get back up and keep going, because if you don't fall, how are you supposed to they're just gonna be scared. If you don't push them to do what you want them to do or what they want to do, they're not gonna do it.
And that's
Yeah.
so
They're
much
gonna be
back on
too scared of it.
like episode 1 there.
Is that
We
what
were
episode it was?
Failure. You need to fail
Right,
in
yeah.
life
Yeah.
because failure is the best opportunity to learn.
Exactly.
You know? So
And if you never fail, and this is like a 0% chance of this ever happening, but if you go through life and you never fail, you're gonna always have that fear of failure. You'll be like, okay, I'm winning. Couple years go down the line, you still winning, but 10 years later, you take that first fail. Well, how you gonna take it? You don't know how to take it.
crumbles you.
Yeah, it's gonna
Tear you
break
down.
you.
Yeah.
Just like Atlas, he had to hold up the whole world, but you saw how that worked out.
Right.
But yeah,
And no, that's a great point right there too, because failure should be your best friend.
exactly,
Because failure is what keeps you going. It's what
Right.
it's what makes you better.
exactly. It's the
Yeah.
opportunity to go back into that same situation, but this time you're going in there a little bit more smart.
Right, like I think Thomas Edison, right, made
Uh-huh.
the light bulb. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Point it out. But
Fact check.
yeah, fact check me on this. But I think it was Thomas Edison that made the first light bulb,
Yeah,
and he failed 1,000 times, a little over 1,000 times maybe.
yeah,
Each failure, though, produced him to know a little bit more about how the light bulb was going to work.
exactly.
What he was making, okay? Oh, first try. Boom, exploded. Well, something was wrong there.
Yeah.
What am I going to do here? And each time, try to
Try
blow
to
up something different,
tweak,
critiquing it.
yeah.
Tweak, boom. Then he made the light bulb. And guess what? We all use the light bulb. So,
So think about that. If,
y'all
if
can
he
enjoy
didn't
that.
keep
That's what I'm
failing,
saying.
We wouldn't have light.
right.
Shit, if it weren't for the people that was failing, we wouldn't have anything.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
Nikola Tesla.
Yeah,
Dude basically made electricity happen. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, obviously it was a thing, but he made it to where
we could use it.
we could. Well, he also made the blueprints on how we could make buildings with power.
Yeah,
Hey, you want your phone charged? Okay. He failed, and guess what? Guess where his failure led? His failure led to you being able to have a phone and charge it.
yeah.
And you being able to have an electric car.
Yep.
I hate them, but
Still,
it's a great point.
yeah, or cars.
Mhm.
We wouldn't have none of that stuff if it wasn't for somebody trying over and over again until they got the result that they were looking
Yep.
for.
Elon Musk, another great example.
Yeah.
How many rockets has he sent into space to come back down and land?
Yeah.
Most of the time they blow up. And he's like, I think it's actually like a negative thing if they don't blow up. Because,
Yeah.
I'm not learning anything.
Exactly.
It's like, dude.
He actually said that before
Yeah,
too.
I know.
Yeah.
He's like, it's pretty shocking if it doesn't blow up. We expect it to blow up.
Yeah.
But each time he's learning something from it to where now he's finally he landed one.
Right.
And no problems. It worked. You know, that each failure led him to a success.
Exactly.
And so to kind of come back to the table here when we're talking about the younger generation, you know, well, what does Gen Alpha look like? Well, Gen Alpha looks like they're on YouTube, laying on their iPad.
Making TikToks all
making
day.
TikToks, and then they're playing video games. And when it comes to work ethic, you know, if they go outside and they do attempt to fail, well, here comes freaking helicopter mom, gentle parenting.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't take the training wheels off. I don't want you to get hurt. The kid falls. He's like, no, I'm ready to go again. No, you're going inside. We're going to bandage you up. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Let your kid get bruised and cut up.
And let him get himself back up.
Yes, and he's going to get up and he's going to keep walking. She's going to keep walking, and she's going to learn from that failure to where in 2 weeks, you're going to see her or him zooming around on that bike, enjoying life.
Exactly.
And if they fall again, guess what? They are automatically learning from that young age that they are to fail and to get back up. But we just aren't seeing a whole lot of that.
We're
And it's
not
a
hardly
problem.
seeing any of them.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's
I mean,
sad.
people too busy out here, you know, castrating themselves.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So, and that's, you know, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to hover over your kids so much and condense their life so much that they can't even experience life. You know what I mean?
Or they get older and they're not ready for life.
Right. You want your kid living in your basement your whole life? I'm sure you probably do, but it's not a good thing.
Hell no.
You know, what happens when you die? Where are they going to go? What are they going to do?
Exactly.
Well, you better figure that out now, right? I guess. You better start saving for it. Like, no.
Yeah.
Tell your kid to go, you know, work a job. And that's another thing about the high schoolers, man. A lot of these high schoolers, parents are like, you know,
Here's a brand new
whatever.
They
Here's a new car.
Yeah, spoiled
do your
ass.
thing, whatever. You know, I got you a brand new car.
Your
Don't
college
worry
is
about
paid
it.
for. Have
I
fun.
got your college. I'll take on all this insane amount of debt just for you.
Mhm.
No. You know what my dad did? My dad said, okay, you want a car? Yeah, I want a car. Okay, sell me your lawn business. I'll give you the truck. It's like, well, I mean, you know, all right, I guess. Boom, got a truck. Guess
Exactly.
what? I earned it. I earned so like the lawnmower for the lawn business. Earned that. Earned the yards. Cut the yards. You know what I mean? I used to have a lawn business, and that's where it wound up. Wound up selling it to my dad for his truck. But, you know, I feel like in a sense I earned it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I worked hard for it. And I was able to get that, and
You weren't just given it. You
no,
know, like
no,
what
I wasn't
everybody-
given.
Yeah, shit, I don't think I was given anything.
Yeah,
Ever hard.
It was no giving nothing for me. It was you gonna earn it.
Yeah.
And that's the
One
way
way or
life
the
works.
other.
That's,
Yeah.
and
that's a
what's
beautiful
wrong with
thing.
this generation.
That's a
because they're
beautiful
handed
thing.
everything.
You know, a beautiful
They
thing is, you know, when a kid gets out of college and everything is paid for, and you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, their car breaks down, whatever, it's not running anymore.
They can't even change
or
the
whatever.
tire.
They can't do nothing. Well, at that point, you know, I guess I got to go get a new car. Let me call Dad. Nope.
Exactly.
Well, now what are they going to do? Now they're
Uh-huh.
shocked because they don't understand that, you know,
Mom
you
and
have
Daddy
to
aren't
work
providing
for
for me
these
anymore.
things.
Exactly.
You got to earn these things, and
Uh-huh.
it's a beautiful thing to teach your kid that from a young age.
It
You know,
really
if I really wanted something when I was younger, say I really, really wanted
You
it,
work
it was
for
two
it.
things. I either asked for it for my birthday, and maybe I would get it. I always had these huge lists, and I get like 2 things. Because I was always like, bunch of expensive things, and then, you know, they would narrow it down to like whatever they felt I wanted the most.
Uh-huh.
And then, you know, I would have other things like throughout the year, like, oh yeah, that would be nice. Okay, well, you know, there's a B-Dubs around the corner, you know, you really want it, you know, go get a job,
Yeah.
go work. Like from age 11, my dad hauled me around to my first job, and I was cleaning like yoga mats basically, or like mats at a gym area,
Uh-huh.
you know, and so that was my first job, 11 years old, and ever since then, I've always been working.
See,
Yeah.
you will never see an 11-year-old these
Not
days
now.
having
No.
a job.
Not
No.
now.
They-
I feel like I was a
TikTok
rare
is-
occurrence too. you know
I
what
got
mean?
a
I
job.
don't
My
think I
first job was
normal.
at 14, but they wouldn't let me get a job anywhere else. Everywhere I tried, it said you had to be 15
Mhm.
or older. But I got lucky and was able to be a hostess at a wing place, like B-Dubs,
Mhm.
but it wasn't B-Dubs. And I was getting paid like $8 an hour.
But you were
But
still
I was
making
money at a young age, you know.
and you could pay for things.
Right.
I mean-
I could buy what I wanted.
Yeah, I mean, the little kids, even the little guys can make some money, bro. Go outside, sell some popsicles. It's hot as fuck outside.
Oh,
Lemonade
I
stand.
did
Yeah,
lemonade
lemonade
stands.
stand.
I
Hey.
made like 50 cents every 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Man.
I got to the top of the world. I was
Yeah.
making money at like age 8 doing lemonade stands.
You're not kidding. When I was like, I think I was 9. Crazy personal story here.
Uh-huh.
But I was just a little entrepreneur from the beginning, man. I was going to be my business. You know,
Yeah.
that's how I was rolling. So I
Exactly.
think I was 9 years old, and I went around to all the kids in the neighborhood. Well, not all, but the ones that I knew that I enjoyed hanging out with. And here we go. We gonna make us a lemonade stand. And I guess I got good leadership qualities because everybody was like, "Yeah, let's do it,"
Yeah.
And so I got them all over there, and I had such and such whoever making the lemonade. I had such and such pouring the lemonade. Such and such handing the cups over, exchanging the money. At the
Right.
end of the day, boss man had to take the money home, calculate it up,
Really?
split it all up, and had to go around and pay everybody. Well, we did that for like 3 days. I made like $120.
Yeah. Plus, you had a team, so it helped with
Yeah,
production.
yeah. And so, even at young ages, there's still different ways you
There's
can make
stuff,
money.
yeah. There's stuff you can do. Absolutely.
Yeah. But they don't want to do that no more. They want to sit at home on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at my little sister's, cause like on the iPhone you can see screen time, how long you been on that
Yes.
phone, and
Yeah.
what
Oh, yeah.
apps you spending so much
Yeah.
time on. My sister spends 11 hours a day scrolling on
Jeez.
TikTok.
I'm
No.
curious,
Bro.
so I'm about to look at mine.
Yeah, let's
Look
check.
at mine. Let's see how
Yeah,
bad
let
it
me
is.
check mine
Let's pull
too.
it up. Let's see how bad it is here. So we go to screen time. Okay. All right, I got mine pulled up.
I got mine.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
All right.
All right, my
team.
screen time is every day.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
team. She be screaming all the time apparently.
No, my screen time is 3 hours daily.
Ooh, damn.
Okay.
Okay.
So
That's
that's
not
really
terrible.
pretty
That's
low.
that's not much at all. Shit,
Yeah.
that's less
So-
than me.
I mean, I feel like I don't know.
But that's good though. 'Cause
I am busy doing
24 hours
laundry
out of a
and
day,
working,
you always
you
spend
know.
3 on the phone.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
No.
I'm scared to see
She also
yours.
has an iPad.
Oh yeah. But still.
I'm not always on my
I didn't.
iPad.
She's not, but she does have one. So some of that could be on there, but
It's not like I'm not reading or
right
let's-
with the iPad collecting screen
I don't even
time
have
right
TikTok.
now, so.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
I'll go ahead and do mine. So my average is 3 hours and 42 minutes.
Damn,
Really?
y'all both got
How?
me beat.
That's gotta be wrong. Does it tell you past time? 'Cause we were
Yeah.
out of town over the weekend, so maybe that's why ours was so low.
Yeah, it could be. Could
Because
be.
it's probably, I would say it's probably around 5. I would say 5.
Mine says my average use is 6.5 hours
Yeah.
a day.
That's still not that bad.
But most of that is music. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's the main shit.
dude,
I
that'll
listen
run
I
it
also
up.
do
Mine
use
used to
music.
run so my earbuds are broke right now, and I haven't budgeted a new pair of earbuds in yet.
to. Uh-huh.
When I do, I'm sure my Spotify is going to make my screen time way back up
Oh yeah.
to an insane amount. But that is a very valid point. So like today, I've been 2 hours and 38 minutes so far. And
Okay.
so, which, again, I don't have earbuds, so. Oh, but Spotify. So Sunday, we came back from the trip, 5 hours and 20 minutes.
Okay.
So that's definitely a big.
But yeah,
Spotify,
still.
definitely.
I mean, fact of the matter is, we should limit our screen time because
Yeah.
there's no reason why people should be spending so much time out of their day looking at that phone or looking at your television screen or your computer screen all day long, taking in information that you're not even gonna remember 30 seconds from now. I mean,
Yes.
you sitting on TikTok and you watching a video and you scroll, and then by the time you get to the third video, you don't remember the first one.
Yeah.
'Cause it's just
all
some stupid shit.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean anything. It's pointless. You don't learn anything from it. Well, I will say sometimes there are some interesting videos. Like I watch YouTube Shorts. There are some knowledgeable things on there. Like some things that I say in these podcasts, I've heard from people on there, but
Right.
it's not like I'm on there all day long scrolling through TikTok or
I would
like
say.
in school making TikTok videos of me shaking
Yeah.
my butt with my friends.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's what the younger generation is doing now.
Hey, that's their new little way.
Listen, when I was like 13, I was
instead of
I was
Vine and like
born,
funny clips, it's like shaking butts and stuff. It's
Yeah.
like, what is going on here?
Like, what is the point of it? It doesn't make any sense.
There is no point. It's
They
just
try and get
to
views.
waste time. Yeah,
And-
they want to
and
be
it
popular.
makes them feel good when they have a bunch of views.
Makes them feel cool.
Yeah.
It really isn't cool.
At the end of the day, you want to be cool. Just talk to a lot of people and be social.
That's what I'm saying. Just be a nice guy,
Yeah.
nice
So-
person.
Yeah.
Here's
So-
another thing. I just thought about it. So I actually went to school with a girl, and her mom didn't want her to work because she was in basketball.
Uh-huh.
And her mom was pushing so hard for her to go to college for basketball. Basketball. You don't need to get a job. You need to focus on basketball.
Right.
And her mom paid for everything, got her a car, paid for college. Basketball. Never had a job.
Yeah, because she didn't get a chance to figure
What
it
is,
out.
like, I just don't understand.
That's a super extreme there, and I will say I
Yeah.
know a lot of people like that where it was like, your soul thing. Like I'm gonna push. Like I had a friend, baseball.
Yeah.
Shoved baseball down his throat, but his dad was still like, you would go around there, you gonna work too.
Yeah.
You gonna have a job, and you still baseball because you're gonna learn that if baseball doesn't work, then you still got work that will work.
Right. Yeah, I mean, now if you're doing something that you plan on doing for your life, for your career, for the long term, like if you want to be a baseball player or a basketball player, if that's what you want to do, then go to school, focus on that, and be the best you can be at that. But if that's just something you're doing, just for fun or just, to get closer to your friends or whatever, find another way to get some money. Find another way.
A backup
Find
plan.
something that's going to set you up for success.
Yep.
Because you don't want to be like the people that end up like how T had her story when the parents were just forcing it down her throat, and then she gets to college, and she probably didn't even know what she wanted to do all the way.
Right.
She just probably was doing whatever the parents were recommending that they do.
Right. And that's, you'll see that a lot of times now, but also you probably won't because not a lot of people are working and have the money to pay for everything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's sad. It really is.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, they get out and then they go get a job that they hate because they went for a degree that they hated,
Right.
that they didn't even
And
want
that's,
for real.
yeah,
Right.
we talked about that a couple
We
weeks
did.
ago.
We
Yeah, we
talked
sure
about
did,
episode
didn't we?
1.
Yep.
That's what we started the channel on.
Yeah.
So and at the same time though, if you think you're gonna be doing football for the rest of your life or baseball or basketball or whatever, if you think you're gonna be pro sport, I don't care if you think you're the Babe Ruth of baseball. You have to have a backup plan.
Yeah.
Because anything can happen. You could break your leg and never be able to play again.
Yeah.
There are so many people that happens to.
That's very
Best
true.
players you've ever seen in your life, and one accident
Yep.
completely shatters their career, and it hurts so much they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Prepare
That's all they knew.
and
You have to have,
expect
like,
to
a
not
backup
make
plan.
the NFL or the MLB or the NBA.
Exactly.
Prepare to not be in the NHL or to prepare to not be a pro. Prepare to give it all you got, but not be a pro, and have a backup plan so you can move forward in life.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that too because, if you do break something and you never play again, then you stuck. But if you were playing in college and you went for a degree that was useful, that you'd be able to use even if the sport didn't work out, that'll set you up a little bit better. But then this kind of goes back to the beginning when we were talking about the parents.
Mm-hmm.
If that person who was going there to play pro sports, if they weren't ever taught, very much responsibility and they were spoon fed their whole life,
Right.
then they go off to pro sports and get this $200 million contract and they get all this bread. What you think they're going to do with it? They're going to waste it all.
And it's sad, but most of the people in them sports
End up broke. Yeah.
They end up broke, and they make so much money.
It's ridiculous, bro.
So much
I've
money.
seen the numbers.
They get contracts for hundreds of millions of dollars,
Yeah.
and they go broke. And you're just like, how could you do that? Well, first of all, part of the problem is as soon as they see that check, man, they buy a big house,
You see
nice cars.
The dollar
Yep.
signs pop up
Yeah.
on their eyes.
They go into all of their family members and just throwing money
Throwing
at
it.
them.
But here's the
Throwing
thing: if as soon as they get hurt, the companies don't want anything to do with them.
That's-
because they
it.
aren't making the money anymore.
Now, in some cases, like when I said they have that big contract, they will pay them out.
That's
Yeah.
true.
They'll pay him out.
That's true.
But you know,
But
But
then
after that payout,
it's nothing.
if
They
it's
don't
a
want anything to
permanent
do with them.
injury,
yeah,
you're
you better
fucked.
put that. You better put that in retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better put that. Yeah,
Put
you
that
have a nice
somewhere.
retirement. You better get to work.
Yeah,
you know?
put it somewhere. Don't put it in no bank account.
No.
'Cause that shit is gonna go bye-bye.
Yeah, really. And so, so I mean, when it comes to the younger generation, man, they don't have a work ethic. They don't want to do anything. The thing that they want to do is stream and play video games online and be a star YouTuber. Well, guess what? That doesn't work out well for most people. You know, we're sitting here doing a podcast for you guys, but does that mean this is all we're doing and like, we're going to wing it?
Yeah.
No, we got jobs. If this was to work out and explode and we start, you know, the OTR channel blows up and everybody knows it, you know, I'm still probably going to be working my job.
Yeah.
Who's working my
This
job?
is like a thing we could do on the side.
Yeah,
Right, we
I'll be
already
working
are.
my job until I'm doing something that's paying me a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, even if, you know, the channel paying
Shit,
massive
it's
stacks,
still
I
gotta
like
go
where
a
I
little
work.
bit.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I like working there and doing the thing and, you know, being blue collar.
Right.
But, you know, obviously the channel would kind of take more priority, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, streaming's not, if your goal is to be an actor or a streamer or anything that's not like, my goal is to be a job and
Right.
to go to work and to like put on a pair of boots and
Right.
get in the trenches and start digging. If that's not your goal, which for most people it ain't, but if that's not your goal, then you need to have backup plan. Like, hey, maybe a pair of boots wouldn't be so bad.
Right.
Because it's not. A lot of times you get in them trenches, man, you have a blast all day. You cracking jokes. You doing some sing-alongs, man. You'd be surprised how much karaoke we be singing on the job sites now.
Yeah.
It happens.
And I don't want to make it seem like, you know, just find you, because the way we're talking, it kind of makes it sound like we're just trying to say what the parents say, you know, find you a good job. But if it's a high quality, high paying job, then get it and stick with it. Like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, how else are you making money? If you just sitting on your ass, you ain't making nothing.
Yeah. And
So-
by all means, you know, when you're young and you listen to this, you're a ball player, man, play as hard as you can. Go as
Yeah.
hard as you can, give everything you got. But all I'm trying to say here is just have a backup plan.
Exactly.
You want to be a streamer? That's great. Go for it. Give it everything you got.
But what if it don't work out?
But if it don't work out, you got to have a plan. You can't just be like, oh, well, it didn't work, whatever.
But you know, some people like that kind of pressure, though. Some
That's
people
true.
like that kind
Some
of pressure where they
people-
don't have a fallback.
Yeah, some people, it motivates them more. I
Yeah.
get that.
And kudos to them type of people.
Yeah.
But for everybody else, bro, find you a good career that you can set up, you know, get you some experience going. And if you want to branch off and do something else, you know, be a streamer or whatever the wave is, you want to go try that, do it. But still stick with that high paying job until you can afford to not work there.
Yeah.
You know, they call blue collar workers Henrys, high earners, not rich yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Henry stands for.
Yeah.
Because blue collar is one of the best paying type of jobs you could get. You know, electrical, construction, welding, plumbing, all that stuff. But mechanics, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's all well paying, and it's easy to obtain too.
Oh yeah.
But
100%. And you know, if you're one of those many kids that literally have no plan and are just like, well, whatever happens, you know, if you're listening to this, go get a freaking job.
yeah,
Quit, you know, I don't want to like super harass you or whatnot, but you know, you need to do something.
Yeah, get a job,
You know.
get a trade, do something.
Yeah, do something. Have a goal in mind of something.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't feel like doing anything, but you know what? I was like, you know, I'm working anyways. I've been working for a while. Might as well pick an electrician route. Let's see where that goes.
Exactly.
Oh, turned out okay.
That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, you never know until you try.
Yeah.
But most of y'all don't even try.
Yeah,
And when you do try, it only takes that one time for you to fail, for you to give up.
Right. And that's why the younger generations are in trouble. Because it's not like they have these goals and aspirations. They have no goals and no aspirations.
Right.
Their goals are to be a couch potato.
Yeah.
And that's what they like doing.
Live
Hurry
off
up and
mommy
get home.
daddy.
Yeah.
Let me hurry up and get home. Watch my favorite TV show.
Yeah.
Like, how are you broke and you got a favorite TV show? Hey, bro, somebody said I exactly what I just said. Somebody said that he was a motivational speaker.
If you know it,
Yeah.
quote it.
Yeah, if
In
you
the
know it,
comments.
quote it down. But yeah, how you got a favorite TV show and you poor and you broke?
Yep.
That don't even make sense.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, you can't afford to be sitting around watching TV all day. You keep sitting there watching TV, they gonna turn that motherfucker off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then what you gonna do?
Paying for
Now
it,
you just
know?
sitting on the couch.
Yeah. And you'll get up then. Hopefully.
Yeah, I bet you will.
Oh, the lights turn off, water stop working. Yeah, I hope you get up.
Yeah.
Decide you want to do something. But yeah, I mean, you guys are in trouble. You guys are gonna have to change some things up a little bit, you know. And this episode isn't so much talking about those people that are like, oh, my goal is to be a professional athlete, or my goal is to be a streamer or whatnot. Because to me, it seems like they have goals.
Yeah, we're just using obvious examples.
Right. This is more for the people that have no goals and have no aspirations, and
The
like,
younger generation.
the younger generations, it just seems like they don't care about anything. They
'Cause
don't care
they
about
don't.
life, whatever. They're just
I mean,
gonna
you
go
see-
with the flow.
You see the way they treat their parents.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh.
horrible.
I mean, they disrespect the shit out of their parents, bro.
And it's tough.
And not even their parents alone. Strangers.
Yeah.
Teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like waitresses.
Policemen.
Yeah.
Y'all would not believe this. We're going to wrap this up here because it's been a while, but listen to this. I saw a video the other day of a 5-year-old beating the crap out of a police officer
That's what I'm saying, bro. Because there's no respect.
and cussing him out. Like it's just so bad. How, oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I mean,
Oh.
like we said though, if goals are great for people, they give people something to look to.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to.
Something to work towards.
Yeah, something to work towards. Something that keeps them busy. When you don't stay busy, you just wind up doing erratic things.
Yeah.
Like,
Things to take up time.
Right.
Watch TV, play the game, smoke weed, drink
Right.
alcohol.
right,
All that dumb shit.
right. Or if it comes to the streets,
Yeah.
There's a lot of rap songs that's like, we just did some homicides because we were bored.
Yeah.
It's like, things can happen. People get crazy, you know what I mean?
They do,
They get
bro.
bored and they don't have goals. They don't have they're just kind of living.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not living for anything, to work towards anything. They're just living.
Or like my football coach used to call stuff like that. He used to call that going through the motions
Mhm.
rather
Yeah.
than finishing through.
Yeah.
You just going through the motions, just doing just enough to keep up, but you ain't doing enough to stand out and actually feel like you've achieved something.
Yeah.
It's one thing. Let's go back to sports. When you're thinking of track, but when you think about track,
we might have a new logo for
yeah.
it's crazy.
I
Anyways,
think the one over here.
Yeah, so let's go back to sports, right? Let's think about track. When you racing, are you running with your competitors? Are you running just enough to keep up with them? You're not winning, but you're keeping up. Or would you rather finish the race and finish through that finish line and break the ribbon? What you gonna do?
I'd rather break that ribbon, man.
That's what I'm saying. Because if not, you watching somebody else run through that ribbon. And you
Right.
know damn well in the back of your head that you could have did it.
Yeah.
But instead you decided to go through the motions and just do just enough
yep.
to not be behind.
So, with that being said, getting kind of lengthy here. We're trying to keep it down for you guys. I'm not sure if you guys like it long or not. Leave a comment, whatever you feel. But that's why the younger generations are screwed.
Yeah.
That's our thought process on it. If you feel like they're not, leave a comment, leave a dislike.
Yeah.
If you like this video, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, hang out with us. We'll be here on the next episode. Leave a comment of what you want to hear next. We've been waiting on one. As soon as somebody says something, we're going to do it.
Yeah,
okay?
good.
As long as it's
Gotta-
not insane.
Yeah, you gotta make it a good one. You
Yeah,
gotta
make it a good one, and we'll do it. We'll do it. But just leave a comment, and we'll get to it. But thanks for hanging out if you made it this far to the end of the episode. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. And
Only the realest here.
only the realists. We're out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.